Ah, the Game Awards 2021. What a weird and wacky adventure that was. Although the Game Awards have been around for 8 years now, it kind of feels like an award show in beta testing. Look, I won't lie to you, some things they've nailed. There's always a ton of new game trailers, whether you're excited for them or not. The live performances are usually pretty good, and my favorite part of the Game Awards has to be the Game of the Year Orchestra, where we get to hear these really awesome grand covers of some of our favorite video game music. That being said, the Game Awards still have a lot of weird shit to figure out. For one, sitting through 4 hours of game trailers can get pretty draining. I feel like a lot of it can definitely be cut down for time, and the biggest reason for this is the 2 hours of sponsored ads we get throughout the show. Look, they gotta get their bag, I get that, man. But if 2 hours of your 4-hour game show are ads for Candy Crush and Raid Shadow Legends, you're probably doing something wrong. They've also got these random shoehorned emotional moments thrown in there, which would probably be fine if they didn't come seconds after watching an alien's head get cut off. Anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about some of those game trailers, baby, and oh boy did we get a lot of them. There had to be at least 100 new trailers, which is a lot for my little puny brain to remember, so don't get mad at me if I skip over some. So let's talk about the biggest announcements at the Game Awards this year. First off, we got the new gameplay trailer for Hellblade 2, and they wanted to make it very clear that this was all gameplay in the trailer. You'll notice this is a common theme with a lot of these games. If this really is gameplay, Hellblade 2 looks like it's going to be insanely good. The lighting and graphics are harsh and powerful, and the way that the action movements weave into cinematic scenes is pretty seamless. I can already tell that this new Hellblade is going to be a contender for Game of the Year next year just from its trailer, and although I've never played this game before, it's definitely convinced me to give it a try. Immediately after, we got our first look at a brand new Star Wars game. Now, none of this was actual gameplay, but I'm pretty satisfied with what they showed off for this game. It's going to be taking place during the High Republic era of Star Wars, so there's going to be a whole lot of Jedi stuff. Hopefully open world, I guess we'll see. But as a Star Wars fan, I can't help but feel excited. Then we got a brief look at a new Wonder Woman game. Not much to say, we literally just stared at Wonder Woman for like 30 seconds. And then we got to see a new Alan Wake game. And again, we really just stared at Alan Wake for 30 seconds. Here's a game I'm pretty excited for. We got a brand new look at a new Horizon game coming out next year, and it looks just as cool as the last one. I never got super into Horizon only because I was playing Breath of the Wild when it came out. But hey, this trailer definitely convinced me to get back into it. The open world looks really fun to explore, plus I really love the different regions and the way you could customize the main character to match those regions. Super cool stuff, and I'm probably gonna get back into Horizon now. Speaking of open world stuff, we also are getting our first ever Sonic open world game. I know I was just as shocked as you are, but it's actually happening, and honestly, I'm here for it. I never have too much faith in a new Sonic game, so if they want to drastically mix up the formula, why not? Create a Sonic rhythm game for all I care. One of my most anticipated announcements of this year is Cuphead 2. The art design and music of Cuphead is some of the best in gaming today, and if Cuphead 2 is giving us more of that with a bunch of new boss fights, then I already can't wait. Lord of the Rings Gollum is a new Lord of the Rings game, and I'm gonna assume you play as Gollum. I'm not really sure how they're gonna pull this off, but if it's anything like Shadow of Mordor, it'll probably be good. Now we've reached the weird middle section of the Game Awards, where a bunch of weird things happen. First, Dream gets Content Creator of the Year. Congrats. Then we get Among Us VR, where you can really take in all the sus. Lady Gaga Beat Saber. I'm just gonna skip through the middle section. The next big trailer we got was for the Suicide Squad game, and I gotta say, it actually looks pretty fun. I love the way they showed off all of the different characters and their movesets. Captain Boomerang can teleport around the map. Harley Quinn can swing around and stuff. It looks super cool, and for a game I didn't really care about before, it definitely won me over. One of the surprises from the Game Awards was a smaller title called Chia. I haven't even heard of this game before now, but I really liked what they showed in the trailer for it. It's very clearly inspired by Breath of the Wild, but the crafting and cave diving stuff looks really cool. They also had a short scene where you can ride a boat, and I'm a sucker for sailing mechanics. So yeah, Chia, keep your eye out for that one. We got another look at the PS5 exclusive Forspoken. I still think a lot of the dialogue is pretty tacky and probably written by a bunch of old men, but gameplay wise, it looks like it could be a pretty good time. I like the combat that they showed off, and the surrounding world looks somewhat interesting. We're finally getting a brand new Saints Row game, which is just so awesome. I feel like Saints Row used to be up there with GTA when it was coming out, but so many people have forgotten about it. Saints Row 3 is probably in my top 20 games of all time, so you better believe I'm playing this game when it comes out. Alright, time to speedrun a bunch of trailers because this video is dragging a bit. New Dying Light game, pretty pumped for zombie parkour again. We got some new Elden Ring stuff, not much to say, but it's probably my most anticipated game coming out next year aside from Breath of the Wild 2, which tragically didn't show up at the Game Awards. More footage of the Microsoft vampire game called Blood Hunt. I'm not sure if I'll end up playing it, but I'll definitely need to see more before it comes out to convince me. To be honest guys, there wasn't much else other than that, just a bunch of trailers that open with a long shot of a desert, or even more trailers with big robot guys killing aliens. There weren't really any mind-blowing reveals this year, which isn't really the Game Awards' fault, but I also feel like nobody really got their big new game trailer to be excited for. I'm really just excited for more socially awkward programmers talking on stage next year. Anyways, what's your favorite announcement from the Game Awards 2021? What games were you wishing were announced? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're super close to hitting 10,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hit that milestone by the end of the year. Anyways, keep on gaming to the fullest, and peace.